So this is an Elddis Avante 636. I'm going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, you've got your hitch, which if you used the Elco before, it works in exactly the same way. The handle just may look slightly different. You've got your handle for releasing off the back of the car. You've got your handbrake, your jockey wheel handle, and handbrake itself, and your lead that goes up to the car. Front locker, you've got your gas bottle and gas regulator on the bulkhead. Gas valve on top to turn the gas on and off. I'm just going to turn that on so you can see it, the cooker etc. working inside the van on gas. Coming down this side, you've got your leg winder down at the bottom here. You've then got your water pump connection. Water pump will connect here on the side of the van. So you push it into the side of the van and drop the pump end into your aqua roll itself. You then got the battery that the customer supplied in the side of the van and your mains power lead coming into the side of the van. Behind there you've got your motor mover power switch also, and we'll go through that at the end of the video. Wheels, we'll torque the wheel nuts before the caravan is delivered to you, or given to you, so you can see they've been tightened correctly. You've then got your grey waste pipes coming out the side of the van. That's where your wastewater will come out, so the water goes in the front and comes out the back. On the side of the van, you've got your toilet flush tank. The toilet flush tank here takes 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid. Then the cassette at the bottom takes 1 litre of water and a cap full of the blue fluid. To release the cassette, you pull the handle up and pull towards you. I've left the flap open inside. The neck here is where you'll tip the waste out of the cassette, and on the back of it there's an orange pressure relief button, so you can see, so when you tip the waste away it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. But like I said, 1 litre of water in there and a cap full of the blue fluid for use. On the back of the van on either side you've got your wind down legs, either side of the van. Then got your fridge vents, where the hot air comes out the side of the fridge unit itself. Then on this particular van we've fitted a electric point on the side of the van for the customers. So the electric point on the side. Then again your wheel nuts, which as I said will torque before the van leaves site. And then you've got your other leg winder on the front at this side. Going inside the van, just by the door you've got your main control panel for the caravan. So you've got your master on and off just here, internal lights on and off, and then that will be the exterior light on the end there. So as you can see, light switch in the middle. These are the big lights along the side of the cabinet. Main power on, as I said, just here. Now on the screen just here, if it allows me to view it, for some reason it's not clearing up. So on the screen just here you've got power off for the heating system at the bottom. You've got heating on 2.9 amps, heating on 5.7 amps and heating on 11.3 amps, and you'll set that depending on what site you're on. You then got your option to run the heating system on gas and mains at the same time. You've got heating off. You've got your fan option just here, so that's the fan run. You've then got your temperature for the heating, so you've got all the way up to 30 degrees on the heating. You'd need to select the power source first. I'm just going to turn that back down for now. And then you've got your frost protection mode just there, so it'll basically turn on the heating, or turn on, if the van's connected to the power, it'll actually turn the heating on just so it runs the heating for a while, so it doesn't freeze and frost inside of the van. Going back to your main controls, you've got your water option just here. You've got water on eco, so that's just your normal water run. You've then got water hot on the bottom here where the 3.3 amps is. You've then got your frost protection again, water system off, and then you've got your timed boost. You can either run that on 6.5 amps, and as you can see it will boost for half an hour, or you can run it on gas, so it boosts the hot water system on there. At the bottom here you've got your water pump run, but before you do any of that, you need, before you actually use the heating and hot water system, you'll need to come underneath the seating area. Let me just find out where the drain down switch is, give me a moment. So to fill the water system on board this particular van, down below the rear bunk, you'll actually see this yellow valve. Now when the yellow valve's in the position it's in now, that is the fill position. And when I turn this valve round, It's also, now when the valve's in this position, you can fill the water system, and when the valve's in this position, it'll actually drain the water system down. So at the moment there is no water in this particular caravan, so you'd need to shut that valve, and then with your aqua roll connected, you'd go over to the control panel by the door, and you'd then press your water pump run down the bottom here, and that would start filling your water system on board the van. That'll cut off itself, so you won't need to do anything with that. It'll actually cut off and stop filling the water system automatically. To drain it, you'd open that yellow valve back up, and that would drain the system back down. The cooker, a hob, etc. 240 ring at the back will only work on 240 mains. Everything else is gas, but as I said, I'm just going to show you, it is igniting on gas. He says. As you can see, cooker working away. Oh, it's gone out. You can see gas working away on the oven. Hob ignited up there also, as you can see. Electric ring 240 has come on, can't show you that one warming up. One of the rings lit up for you, so you can see everything's working. Front ring, and then the rear ring. So everything ignites and works on gas. That's very much like your household appliances. The actual microwave itself, eco button at the top here to turn it back on. If it does turn itself off, works like your standard microwave every other way. Power on for your fridge, as you can see, connected to mains at the moment. You'll control the temperature on mains on the button on the right hand side here. To operate the fridge on gas, at the moment it's saying there's no gas connected. Let me press the reset. That will now try and reignite on gas. It should actually ignite because the gas bottle's turned on. If it failed to ignite, it'd flash the red light here, but it'd also flash the gas symbol just here. 12 volt when you're towing down the road, so you can use the fridge as a cool box. Again, at the moment we're not connected to a car, so unfortunately we can't show you that working fully at the moment. But if it isn't working on 12 volt, as you can see, it will flash the symbols up just here. Taps, etc. work like your household system. Oh, and when you are bleeding the water system, you would need to open all of the taps up on the hot side. In the bathroom, the toilet system, electric flush on the toilet, just here. And then you've got your toilet waste flap just down below, which will allow the waste to go into the toilet cassette underneath the van. Sink, taps, etc. Self-explanatory like your household, and the same with the ones in the bathroom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and grab one of my colleagues and we'll demonstrate the motor mover for you. Good. So to put power to the mover, in the locker on the side you've got a red power key just there, and you've got a fitment in the side of the van. It only goes in one way, so you'll push the key in and turn the key 90 degrees for the power to be onto the mover. You'll then turn on the remote control on the side here. It'll bleep for a few seconds, and then you'll hear the box inside the van make a ticking noise as it's connecting to the controller. To engage the mover against the wheel, you'll press the two buttons here, press and hold, and after a few seconds the mover itself will start making a noise and engaging against the wheel. Once it's fully engaged against the wheel, the mover will stop making noise. And then on the controller itself, you'll have forwards, backwards, turn, 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 and turn. But before you try and move the van, you've got to release the handbrake at the front. And to do that, you've just got to release the handbrake, press the handbrake down, and then you'll have forwards. Turn. So once you're done with the mover, you'll pull the handbrake up. On the controller then, to disengage the mover, you'll press the two buttons at the bottom here. You'll press and hold. And again, you'll hear the mover disengaging from the wheel. When the mover stops, you can then turn the controller off on the side, and then you'll turn the power off in the locker just by simply turning the key back off, and most people leave the key just in the bottom of the locker.